And right now it looks like they are gonna actually get started here. So we're gonna go ahead. It looks like I actually fell back behind. My bad, guys. They had actually just started. They didn't mention that they were starting. But right now both are gonna play as Peach. And we're off to the start. Believes Jessie K is the second player here. And they're both Peach. We've got some red shells going for Matthias. Matthias is well ahead here. But it looks like Matthias is falling back. Both of them have red shells. Matthias hits Jessie K with... Actually, no, hits Luigi with a red shell. Jessie K ends up taking the lead. And at this point, Jessie K runs into a banana. Matthias has the star. He quickly runs ahead and gets shelled. So this is directly off of Matthias' stream. So you will see that there's some points on the left side. Matthias showing why he's one of the best drivers in the world. But he does get hit by the green shell. Jessie K takes the lead. Ends up running into another banana. Jessie K is going to go ahead and take the shroom here. And it looks like Jessie K is going to actually pull... I don't know why Matthias didn't end up using any mushrooms there, but it is an exciting start. DK 0 points. That's confusing. The points don't look quite right. But Matthias has not at 6. Jessie has 9 points as we go into Moo Moo Farm. So it looks like Matthias is going to keep his own score on the left side. So I'm not going to necessarily... Well, I guess I don't... We really don't need to put the score on both sides, but Matthias is player 1. Jessie K is number 2. That's confirmed. They're both Peach. That is allowed because of Kailera. Kailera is an emulator that allows players to play as the same character. And we're off. Both of them get the start boost. Jessie K is going to sandbag to get some bananas, which doesn't necessarily help him. Matthias has the booze. Matthias taking a very good line into the second half of the lap. Matthias is going to play it a bit safe here. Jessie K has the reds. But Matthias does have the boo. He can hold on to the boo. Jessie K fires off one red shell. Matthias gets hit by the first one. Jessie K hits him. But it is a little too early. So Jessie K still has a lead, but it's not an enormous lead. Matthias with the boo. Matthias aims the red shell. It actually hits Jessie K's red shell. Matthias hits a mole and he falls behind. Jessie K has the green. He's going to fire it back. It does not connect. Matthias has a star left. He's going to go ahead and probably use it soon here, considering... Well, it looks like he's going to hold on to it. Jessie K still has the triple green shells. He's going to try to play it safe around the moles. Matthias has the star, so he's going to take it really close. And Jessie K is going to hold on and take a 18-12 lead on Matthias. 2 tracks in. Jessie K is up 18-12. Ignore the points, they're very confusing there, but the real points, Jessie is up 18-12. Now we move into Koopa Troopa Beach. One of the shorter tracks in the game, but made longer by the fact that both of them are not going to be able to take the ramp up because of the Kailera rules. Triple greens for Matthias. He's actually slightly behind Jessie K. They're going to both get items. Jesse K gets hit by shells, gets hit by another red shell. Jesse K is way behind. Matthias is now in a pretty good spot here. Jesse K is going to use the golden shrooms to try to round the corner here. Matthias with a solid lead. Taking very good turns. Golden shrooms for Jesse K. He's going to go ahead and take the route around the arch to try to get ahead. He is ahead. Matthias's green shells do not connect. Jesse K is going to go for the spike shell here and gets the blue shell as security. If Matthias gets ahead, he runs in the crab. He doesn't get a crab boost out of it. Matthias spins out a little too quickly on the drift. Interesting move by Jesse here in getting the blue shell to try to ensure that he keeps that lead. Triple greens for Matthias. He fires off 2 of them. He's going to just go for some other items. He's going to get triple shrooms. Matthias misses the spike shell, and Jesse K is going to win again. 3 straight wins for Jesse K. Jesse K 27, Matthias 18. Certainly crazy drift up the ramp. Like, I don't know if I could have pulled that off. Meanwhile, the collective Peach has 45 points compared to everyone else. And there's no DK, so DK has no points. Jesse looking really strong through the first 3 tracks. We're heading to Kailera Desert next when the drivers are ready. They're just refueling at their pit stops. Taking the boat over to Kailera Desert. And we're off to Kailera Desert. Last race in the Mushroom Cup. Peach is ahead of Peach. You don't know what Peach is going to do against Peach. Matthias with the reds in front. Good spot to be. Jesse K knocks off one of the shells with those greens. Matthias takes a slight lead. Jesse K is going to go ahead and use some mushrooms to try to get closer. But look at that. Matthias has a star that he can use. Matthias falls back a little bit, but then retakes the lead. Jesse with 3 green shells. He's probably going to try to get closer to Matthias and try to hit him with some of those shells. He's got 3 mushrooms. He's going to go ahead and just use them, despite the fact that Matthias does have the reds. But he is still behind. He's got another mushroom. He's going to go ahead and use it. Pretty wide path for Jesse to take there. Not sure what he was planning on doing there, but Matthias still has the lead. He's had the lead the whole time. He still has 1 red shell. Jesse's going to go ahead and use speed items to try to catch up a little bit, but Matthias is showing his speed. He is way ahead still, even with the speed items. Although Jesse's getting a little closer. Jesse gets another mushroom. Risky position for Jesse because, remember, Matthias still has the star. Matthias is going to go ahead and use the star. Both of them have boos. Doesn't really help Jesse come back here as Matthias still has a lead and is going to go ahead and get his 9 points. Matthias goes up to 27. Meanwhile, Jesse has to make sure he defends against the AI. He does keep the lead, and Jesse goes to 33 points. Jesse 33, Matthias 27. And Mushroom Cup is a wrap. The collective Peach gets 60 points and has a fine performance. So again, for those who are new, we have a new sponsor today. That sponsor is Red Shell Strike Equipment. Because you're going to want Red Shell Strike equipment in Grand Prix when you're falling behind your competitor. Go get them. The collective Peach gets first place and gets the trophy, but we're not awarding any trophies here right now. It's just one cup. We have 3 cups left to go. Next up is going to be Toad's Turnpike, which is one of the longer tracks in the game, and longer if anyone runs into a truck. Toad's Turnpike? Indeed, indeed. That's what can happen if the drivers run into too many trucks. Heading in the Flower Cup, the collective Peach wins out again. Both drivers are gonna be Peach. We have on the top Matthias as player 1, on the bottom Jesse K as player 2. As we get started, Jesse is up 33 to 27, having had a stronger Mushroom Cup, but losing the last track. Both of them get the boost. Jesse K jumps over the other drivers. Jesse K goes and picks up sandbagging on the second place to get some mushrooms, but he's still behind Matthias, who is just taking practically perfect turns on Toad's Turnpike. The longest straightaway in the game. Jesse actually misses getting any items at all. Matthias has 1 green shell, has another green shell. He's going to use that as defense. Poor Donkey Kong. No Donkey Kong here. The ape is just going to have to watch from his living room like everyone else. Matthias gets all the items to prevent Jesse K from getting any items. Matthias remains solidly ahead, although not by a large margin. Matthias drops the banana and again prevents Jesse K from getting any items as Matthias extends the driving advantage. He prevents Jesse from getting any items. Matthias runs really close to the vehicles but does avoid them. Jesse slows down to make sure he actually gets items this time. He gets 3 red shells. He gets 3 more red shells. Matthias cancels out the banana slip. Jesse Case fires off the red shells a little too early. It looks like he's got 3 reds and a lightning bolt. Second place bolt. Not a high chance of that. Spin out for Matthias. Matthias is gonna get bolted here. He's gonna see some shells. He gets shelled. Matthias gets flattened by Jesse K. On the bolt, Matthias falls behind. Jesse has the lead. Jesse now has 5 banana peels. Matthias is going to go ahead and use the mushroom to try to catch up. He's still a bit behind. Jesse's going to play it a little safe and just try to race it through and get first place. Jesse's going to win. Jesse first place. Matthias is going to get second as Jesse takes a 42-33 lead. This is a kind of a match of contrasts because Matthias was the world champion in non-shortcut time trials from 2013 to 2021. Many people consider him the greatest Mario Kart 64 player of all time. He's been competing since 2008. Jesse is a relative newcomer. He started competing just a year ago, and he's climbed all the way to 156th in non-shortcut time trials. And by the looks of it so far, Jesse certainly can compete. And in fact, he actually has a bit of a lead on Matthias. 42 to 33 lead, 9-point lead as we enter Frappe Snowland. Matthias takes a nice cut at the beginning, but they're both just trying to get the second place items here. Matthias gets hit by the 3 green shells by Jesse K. Matthias is behind. He ends up dropping the fake item box. Jesse K still has the 2 green shells. Matthias runs into a snowman. He falls behind. He's going to go ahead and use 1 shroom to get over. He actually goes out of bounds. Matthias falls behind. Jesse K widens his lead. Matthias falls all the way down to 8th place. Opportune banana spot for Jesse K. As Golden Shroom, Matthias comes back all the way to 2nd place, but remains quite a bit behind because he went out of bounds and hit that snowman on the first lap. Jesse K is going to go ahead and actually save the mushroom, and he's going to just go over it without using it. In a good mushroom spot. He's going to use it now. He's going to get another banana. Matthias is going to use his triple shrooms to get back a little closer, but he's still quite a bit behind. He's still trying to hold off Toad, who is in 3rd place. Matthias has some shroom spots here. He's going to go ahead and use one of them right here. 2, he's going to go ahead and use them all before he gets to the items. But again, he's still trying to hold off Toad, who is pretty close behind. Jesse K has been playing it fairly safe at this point, not doing anything absurd to try to hold on to the lead. Matthias uses his triple shrooms, but he is still behind. He's not going to be able to get these red shells off in time. Jesse K gets another win. Jesse K with 9 more points. Matthias gets 6 more points. Jesse is now at 51. Matthias, 39. It's a 12-point lead for Jesse, as Jesse is just having a strong start, having lost only a single track. So go ahead and post the points on the side here because Matthias hasn't updated it. Jesse, 51. Matthias, 39. Incredible performance by Jesse. Matthias made unforced errors on Frappe Snowland, which cost him a chance to stay in the hunt on this track. We head into Choco Mountain, the Chocolate Mountain. Plenty of shortcuts on this track, but no one's going to be using them. Wow, green shell backwards by Jesse knocks Matthias into Bowser. Matthias falls behind the 5th. Jesse with the triple greens. He's going to head into the dangerous section with a sizable lead. Matthias's red shell does not connect. Matthias remains behind. Both of them do avoid the boulders. Matthias is gaining ground as Jesse goes kind of safely through the dangerous section. Matthias goes ahead and uses a star at a really good spot for speed items. He's going to go ahead and get triple reds. Jesse's going to release those greens, and it looks like he didn't take out any of Matthias's reds, but Matthias takes the lead because one of the reds connects. Jesse is in 2nd. Matthias is in 1st. Matthias has 2 reds, though, so Jesse's going to really have to hustle to get back into this one. Fake item's not necessarily going to help him. Jesse is just going to go ahead and get rid of both the shell and the fake item. He misses the items as he's close enough to Matthias. Matthias still has the boo, which could protect him if the red shells do not. Golden mushrooms for Jesse. Jesse's going to make up a little bit of ground here, but can he get past Matthias? That's the real challenge. Oh, and he gets shelled. Matthias slows down just to shell Jesse and to win this. Spin out by Jesse. This could cost him. Is he gonna keep 2nd? He does keep 2nd, so he does get 6 points. Matthias, 48. Jesse 57 as Matthias cuts into a bit of that deficit. We head to Mario Raceway. Red Shell Strike is a success. The drivers take a little bit of a break as we head next into Mario Raceway. We're through 7 of the 16 tracks. And DK, sitting on his couch watching this match, has no points. Mario Raceway is generally an interesting track because speed items can really pull you through the track very quickly. A lot of good speed item spots. Could Lakitu have left DK drowning in Frappe Snowland? Entirely possible. Mario Raceway begins. Both of them get the turbo boost to begin. So a little bit of sandbagging here as both drivers try to get items, but it is Matthias who ends up with a red shell. Jesse completely misses out on items. Jesse slows down a little bit, does get the items, but this gets interesting. Okay, he's going to go ahead and use all 3 of the speed items to try to get better items than what he got, which is a bunch of bananas. Only fake items for Jesse as Matthias has 2 red shells and is hugging these turns real tightly. Jesse's going to go ahead and use the mushroom to try to get more mushrooms. He does not take the turn tight on that shroom though. He's just going to go ahead and use all of them again, try to get better items. He's going to get 3 more mushrooms. Meanwhile, Matthias is just playing his game. He's driving the best he can like it's time trials. This gets real interesting here as Jesse takes the lead, barely. He's gonna get not shelled at all. Actually, Matthias hits himself with the red shell. Matthias falls behind, only takes 6 points despite having the lead the whole time. Jesse gets 9 points. Jesse's gonna extend his lead to 12. 66-54. As the collective Peach again gets to 60 points. Classic Mario Kart 8 Deluxe score. We're at the halfway point. Jesse is up 66-54. Matthias definitely got robbed a little bit in terms of items considering how well he was driving. We can also establish that Peach is really good. And Peach has trouble beating her own clone. We are heading to the next cup, Star Cup. And we're going to have to see which star is going to get out of this round of the tournament. So Matthias goes ahead and updates the scores on his end. It is 66-54. At least there weren't any flying trees on Mario Raceway this time. Both drivers choose Peach again. We're going to go to Wario Stadium, one of the longest tracks in the game, because no shortcuts will be used. And keep in mind the Kailera rule here. No lightning bolts are allowed on the big jump. So you can't shock someone off the track. Matthias gets a slow start as Jesse K gets the turbo boost and takes the very early lead. Jesse K gets some bananas. Matthias has the golden shrooms. Jesse K starts dropping off some bananas, none of which hit Matthias. Matthias with a great use of mushroom over that part of the track. We're heading into a little bit of a wide open area where green shells can be used potentially effectively, but both drivers are gonna, well, Jesse K tries to use the green shell to no effect. Matthias is gonna go ahead and use the fake item. Jesse K spins out. Matthias is getting closer. Jesse K still has the green shell as defense. Matthias has a red. Matthias takes kind of a longer path around on that drift. Matthias gets a second place star. Matthias has that red shell. He's climbing back a little bit. He's going to go ahead and use the red shell on a relative straightaway, which should connect with Jesse K, and it does, as Matthias is going to go and take the lead. He's currently in first place with the lead and also the star. Both are really close. Matthias goes behind a little bit. They're crashing into each other. Jesse trips, but Jesse's still ahead. Jesse tries the green shell to no avail. Is Matthias trying to set up a use of a star? He does, and he crashes into Jesse. Jesse falls back into third place. There are many Wario heads. Oh, green shell from Matthias is a connect. Matthias with an excellent use of green shell. Jesse falls to third place. Jesse uses the red shell at an opportune spot, but that might be a little too far for it to connect at this point. Jesse's going to just toss his green shells. Hopefully he doesn't hit any of his own green shells. He does avoid them, as Matthias is at the finish line for lap 2 and heading into lap 3. Jesse currently is still a bit behind. He's probably behind by about 5 or 6 seconds. Matthias is just going to hold on to his greens. He's still got a boo to use for protection. Green shells for Jesse. Not going to be super helpful for him right here because he's a bit behind. He really needs to get some speed items. Let's see what he gets here. He gets a red shell, which could potentially be usable in spots. Jesse may be holding on to it for... Okay, he's going to go ahead and use it. He's going to go ahead and use his triple shrooms. He gets past Wario. Matthias is way ahead on the straightaway. He's at the end of the straightaway. Jesse's only at the beginning. Wario is rubber banding, that's for sure. Good use of boo by Matthias. Jesse can't take advantage with red shells there. And looks like Matthias is going to be home safe. Matthias gets his 9 points. Even though that red shell connects, it's a little too late. Matthias 9. Oh, and Wario gets ahead. Wario gets ahead. And Wario takes 3 points away from Jesse. Jesse is only up to 69 points. Matthias is at 63. Matthias is right back in it. 6-point match. $63-69. Still anyone's game. Matthias does need to make up 6 points somewhere. Both of them get the turbo boost. Both of them avoid the penguin. They're going for items here. Matthias decides to sandbag, does get triple shrooms, which does allow him to take a slight edge. But it's very, very close. Matthias is going to go ahead and use shroom slides to try to get a little closer. But otherwise, it's a very close one. Jesse's going to drop the banana. Jesse's going to slide back to second place to try to get a second place item. But it looks like it's actually Matthias who gets the item. Matthias gets his Thunderbolt, but Jesse has a red shell as protection. Jesse spins out, but also gets him on the red shell. As Warrior sneaks up ahead. This is live, Big Mac. This is happening right now. We are making use of Matthias's stream. This is live, and Matthias gets hit with a shell. Matthias falls behind. He does still have the lightning bolt in third place. He's in second. He gets a little closer. He's probably looking to just go ahead and get closer and try to maybe squash Jesse. Jesse is ahead, but not by a ton. Lightning bolt is on. Matthias is going to try to flatten Jesse, and nope, Jesse just runs off. So to avoid it, triple shrooms for Jesse. He's going to use one. He's going to use two. He's going to use his third on this drift. He's going to... Oh, he missed the items, though. Matthias is ahead. Matthias is going to use his screen shell. He does, and he connects, and he hits Jesse K. Jesse falls back. Matthias is going to go ahead and take another 9 points. Matthias goes up to 72 points. Jesse goes... And he's still ahead by 3, but not by very much. It's now only a 3-point lead for Jesse. Great shots from Matthias on Sherbet Land. Allows him to come back. It is a 3-point match. Matthias taking advantage of his experience over a decade and a half to roll back into this one. Kind of had a rough start, but he is showing why he was world champion for 8 years. We start on Royal Raceway. It is Peach's track, but they're both Peach, so... Okay, Matthias is going to sandbag, gets 3 green shells. Banana does not slip Matthias. Jesse K with the lead, gets a banana. He's going to drop it at a spot I'd expect him to drop it. Matthias is behind, but he has some green shells he get to fire at Jesse K, and he fires them all off, but Jesse K does avoid all 3 green shells. There's another one. Is he gonna fire this off as well? He does. It does miss, but he also has 3 red shells. Matthias fires off some red shells. Jesse, oh, and he hits himself off. Matthias is off the track in the water. The big buff Lakitu pulls him back up, but he falls back into 6th place. Jesse K goes into first. Matthias was playing Royal Raceway earlier. He was playing to try to get take the PAL world record back from Dan Burbank. But looks like he gets wiped out. Matthias falls further behind. He's going to have to use his triple shrooms. He's likely to use it here. These are really good shroom slide spots. But Jesse himself is in 3rd place right now as the AI trips up Jesse. Big ramp. Lightning bolts are not allowed under Kailera rules on the big ramp. So we'll see when Matthias wants to use this lightning bolt. He's going to go ahead and use it now. He's gotten back. He fires off red shells. He hits. He's back in 1st place. Jesse falls to 4th. 3 reds for Jesse. He's going to have to get a little closer, though, because Wario's still ahead. He's going to go ahead and just knock out Wario with a red here. Matthias fires off his items to try to get a better item. He's going to just get another green shell. Matthias has his green shell to defend against a red shell attack. It looks like Jesse fires off his red at a bad time. He does avoid the green shell that's fired backwards from Matthias. Matthias gets a banana. Three shrooms for Jesse. He's going to go ahead and try to... Looks like he's just going to go and settle for second place as Matthias ties it up 81-81. Great comeback by Matthias. We always expected someone like Matthias to come back, and he has. It is all tied up 81-81 as we go into a high variability track, Bowser's Castle. Wario definitely made it interesting for Jesse, but Jesse did manage to hold on to 6 points. That third place finish from earlier for him is probably haunting him because he could have used those 3 points right now. Donkey Kong still solidly having his 0 points on the couch. The 2 Peaches are off to a turbo start. Jesse misses items. Matthias does have items. He's going to fire off 1 green shell. 2. Neither of them hit, but Jesse runs into a thwomp. Matthias throws off a rogue green shell. Jesse does barely avoid the thwomp. Lightning bolt! AI lightning bolts Jesse off. Matthias is off to a big lead now. Jesse falls back to 5th place. He's going to have to come back to even keep any points here. He's going to go ahead and use Shroom. Matthias has a banana hits. Not Wario does damage to Jesse K there. And banana slip. Simon is mentioning in the tournament final before, you know, these bananas are well placed by the AI, and they've been getting Jesse left and right on this one. Incredibly, Toad is ahead of Matthias, probably at a world record pace. Jesse is ahead. Matthias is trying to catch up to an inexplicably fast Toad. Knocks him down with a red shell. Matthias in a good spot, though. Matthias is back in first. Jesse is going to go ahead and use the stars to try to get past this thwomp section. Turns out he didn't really need it, but Jesse avoids hitting the thwomp. Toad is ahead of Matthias, but Matthias takes back the lead. What is going on with Toad? Toad is incredibly fast. Matthias is going to go ahead and claim first barely. Oh, and Jesse falls off. Is he going to get any points? Mario is ahead. Looks like Mario is actually going to take points from Jesse, as Jesse only gets a single point. Matthias gets all 9 points after fighting off a furious rally from Toad, who is the best. We know that because he says he is. Star Cup is over. Jesse falls behind by 8 points. Matthias is up by 8. We go into Special Cup, DK's Jungle Parkway, Yoshi Valley. I do agree. Nerves are getting to Jesse at this point. He had a 12-point lead on Matthias. The pressure was on. Matthias has put on the jets. We've got DK's Jungle Parkway, Yoshi Valley, Manchi Boardwalk, Rainbow Road next. And Jesse, right about now, is going to want his 1-up Mushroom Car Insurance Group to put in some 1-ups for him. We go to DK's Jungle Parkway. Matthias is the 14-year veteran. Jesse is the newcomer who has really climbed the ladder very quickly in a year. But Jesse's going to need some luck here because even though he had a 12-point lead, Bowser's Castle AI just wrecked him. Matthias has 3 red shells. Jesse has 1. Toad runs straight into the red shell. Jesse kind of pauses there. He ends up spinning out because of Bowser, from the looks of it. Matthias off strong here. Jesse has some red shells, but Luigi takes one of them out. He's going to need more than that. He's probably going to want to use that star soon. He's going to use it right now. Matthias is well ahead. Matthias is ready at the finish line. He's already ahead by about 5 seconds. Jesse's just trying to hold off the AI. Matthias with the comfortable jump there. Jesse does the same thing. Neither of them are in range of the boat. Jesse's going to go ahead and just use a star and try to cut across the grass here because he's a bit behind. He's going to probably need to rely on some speed items, so he's going to try to collect some here. But 3 more green shells for him. Matthias is well ahead. Already past the bridge. Jesse's going through the bridge. He's going to go ahead and use the boo. Doesn't get him any great items here. But he has some reds. He is a little closer now. Is he going to fire them off? Matthias is past the ramp. Jesse is past the ramp. He's going to fire off some red shells. He's going to try to get some better items. He gets a mushroom. Not the best item for him right now. He really needs the luck of a second place star. Matthias is in a good spot as long as he doesn't make any unforced errors. He's going to win. Matthias, his red shells protect him from a green. Matthias wins. Matthias goes to 99 points. Jesse gets his 6, but Jesse is falling behind a little bit here. He's going to need to do better as there are only 3 tracks left. Matthias is up by 11 points. We head to Yoshi Valley. Now, Yoshi Valley is interesting with Kailera rules because the hairpin is banned. You are not allowed to use the hairpin, which means drivers are going to go the long way around rather than try to cut several seconds off every lap. Matthias sandbags, gets 3 greens. Both of them are going to go ahead and take the safe route rather than go through the spinies. Neither of them are using the hairpin to follow the rules. Matthias is going to go ahead and use some shroom slides that get close again here, but it is a very close race. Matthias barely misses the egg. Matthias hits Jesse with one of his triple reds. Jesse's in 3rd place. He's got to get past Bowser here. He does. He's back in 2nd. But Matthias's lead is widening. His driving skill really showing here. Triple reds for both Peaches as Jesse tries to fire one off. It doesn't get too far. But ideally for Jesse at this point, he wants to probably wipe out those reds from Matthias so that he can actually get some shots off. Matthias is just taking a really interesting route, you know, going very close to the fence there. Interesting. Jesse gets 3 reds. Matthias is still quite a bit ahead, but he runs into the wall, and suddenly Jesse is in range. Jesse's going to use 2 reds. He's going to get a lead, but Matthias gets the bolt. This is going to be very scary for Jesse on this stretch. But Jesse barely survives. Matthias does take the lead back, and it's probably good for him now because he puts off a very well-placed fake item. Matthias wins. What just happened to Jesse? What just happened? I was not watching to see what happened, but it looks like Jesse has stopped. I don't know if he lost. Well, I guess that's it. Matthias gets up to 108. Jesse falls to 88. Did something hit him? I did not watch what was happening as I was watching Matthias cross the finish line. So it appears Jesse needs a little bit of a pit stop here because his vehicle is completely run out of gas. I would be very curious to see the highlight on that one because I don't really know what happened. How did he fly all the way over there? And it's very possible that he was disconnected. Kailera disconnects do happen at times. So the question at this point is, are we continuing to finish the last tracks or whether or not this is Jesse recognizing that he has lost and quitting at this point? In any case, Matthias is up by 20 points. It is over. Matthias is the winner. Looks like Jesse does have connection. He is likely given up at this point. In the meantime, while Jesse's not really moving his cart, we're going to go ahead and show the bracket at up this point. So here's the bracket. Matthias will advance and head to the winners bracket semifinals. Jesse K is going to drop down to the losers bracket with his first loss. On the other side of the bracket, we're going to see who advances out of Atachi-san and Zoran, who will end up playing the winner of, who will end up playing GG. The winner will play GG, and then whoever wins that match will end up playing Matthias in the winner side of the bracket. But at this point, I believe we have a wrap unless we hear of anything different from the drivers. It looks like they are done. Jesse K has given up. I think. Oh, maybe it's a reset situation. Let's see what they're up to at this point, whether they're going to continue in some fashion. I'm going to go ahead and see. Certainly, it seemed like Jesse was a little frustrated. Definitely still a good close race up through 3 cups. I don't think Jesse has anything to, feel ashamed about. The fact that he had a lead on Matthias for so long is a testament to his skill. So Matthias has indicated that Jesse should get second place on this last one. So he's going to get 6 points out of this. So there may have been some issue that we were not aware of, potentially. But in any case, it is 108.94. So, as Vena has explained, based on the rules, Jesse does get 6 points. It is not over yet. We are still moving forward. So, thanks to the explanation from Matthias, it isn't over completely yet, although Matthias has a commanding lead. Jesse can only make up 18 points, and that's going to be a really difficult challenge for him to do. So it's going to be actually kind of interesting how they decide to play out the remaining tracks here, considering Grand Prix resets all the way back to DK's Jungle Parkway. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask Vena how this rule works here. I guess it doesn't really matter what happens here because they've already played the tracks. But they do have to start over because of the nature of Grand Prix. So it looks like the way I understand what they're going to be doing here is they're just going to play through and then get back so there are no rules right now. Matthias is just like, what the hell, I'm going to go ahead and try some shortcuts. Random shell hits Matthias, even though they're just messing around at this point. Matthias ends up landing the shortcut from the looks of it to advance. It sounds like Jesse will get his second. He's going to get his 6 points on Yoshi Valley. So it kind of looks like they're just trying to get their placements back. Although Jesse completely misses the shortcut, too far left. So Matthias is just going to go ahead and finish in his first place that he already had from before. And it may be the idea that they try to place as closely as they did before. But as Vena explains, as the host of the tournament, they're just playing through the tracks. It would be an incredible comeback for anyone being down 14 points. Still mathematically possible for Jesse to come back, but extremely unlikely at this point. Certainly a 99% plus chance of Matthias holding off for the win here. So Matthias is just having fun taking a very long route around Yoshi Valley. Quite possibly the longest. And Why not do some hairpins? Let's do some hairpins. The poor AI gets splatted with a shell. People having fun with hairpins, why not? They're still sort of playing against each other a little bit, but not entirely. Random red shell hits Jesse for some reason. Oh wait, he got ahead. Jesse got a little ahead and Matthias fell back to fire red shell. Of course, this is predetermined. We already know who won Yoshi Valley. Matthias won. Jesse's going to take second here. And flattens himself with the egg instead. And again. And then he drops the fake item on himself. Oh, actually he didn't drop it. Alright, so we're back on track. The 1-2 on Yoshi Valley, we're back. We're back on track. We're heading to Banshee Boardwalk. Matthias is up 14 points. 2 tracks left. Maximum number of points. 18 for Jesse to come back. This is at the point where Jesse just has to keep getting onside kicks if this was a football game. And continuing to get touchdowns with not a lot of time left. We're back. Banshee Boardwalk. The spooky track. Both of them start off with turbo boosts. Both of them get items. Jesse is going to go ahead and use his golden shroom in an interesting spot. Matthias is going to red shell him. And Jesse falls back to 5th place. Oh, but Jesse falls in the star-shaped water in the haunted house, and suddenly Matthias is way ahead. Blue shell. Blue shell is coming for Matthias. It's going to take a little while to get there because Matthias is pretty far ahead. But he should be careful not to get hit off in a bad spot here. He chose to fall to 2nd and then use the star. Jesse's still in 7th place. The star deflects the blue shell. Jesse has another golden. He's going to need to use all of it. Matthias is way ahead, and the only way that Jesse can come back is if Matthias loses some points and doesn't get his full complimentary 9 or even 6 points. Jesse is still significantly behind. He still has some AI to catch up past. He does get past all but Luigi. The green shells protect him. Meanwhile, Matthias is already in the haunted house. He's going to play it safe. He's not going to do the jump across the water. Matthias is going into the final turn. He's just going to hold the drift and he's going to drive over the finish line. Matthias is the winner of this round, and he will be the one advancing officially now. Jesse is still continuing to play. He gets his 6 points, but Matthias is up to 117. Jesse is at 100. We're heading to Rainbow Road, assuming the drivers still want to play it. It is decided. The match is in favor of Matthias. Somewhat of a David and Goliath matchup here with Matthias being David, or Matthias being Goliath, and Jesse being David in this round. But Goliath does win. Matthias, with his many more years of experience and numerous world records, more than we can count. But Jesse's shown Matthias a taste of what David can do in a round where really it was quite close, going all the way into Bowser's castle. It looks like they will go into Rainbow Road, the longest track in Mario Kart history. And we're just going to see who wins, even though it will not factor in for the match. Because Jesse can only get 9 points. Both of them doing their best mini turbos. Jesse K with a fake item drops it immediately, no damage done. Matthias was on the other side. Green shell, red shell. Matthias is going to toss the red shell and actually hits, even though there was some green shell protection for Jesse. Now it's flipped. Matthias goes ahead and tosses the green shells, but now he's at risk of being hit. He's just going to go ahead and wait. Jesse K passes with the red shell. Triple reds. Matthias goes ahead and fires off 2 of them. One of them hits. All 3 are fired off. Matthias spins out, even though he has the green. He has the golden mushroom. Matthias taking advantage of our sponsors' red shell supplies and equipment, as he gets 3 more red shells against Jesse's 1. Jesse goes ahead and falls back and gets his own triple reds. Firing off the red shells. One of them does connect on Matthias. Matthias goes ahead and shrooms his way back in the first place. Triple shrooms again for Matthias. Oh, green shell nearly hits Matthias, and Jesse hits himself with the green shell. Oh, green shell hits Jesse. Jesse falls further back. Jesse has his red shell. He's holding on to it. He's going to go and fire it. Almost actually hit the green shell going backwards. He has 3 greens. Matthias has another green. Looks like a second place pull for Jesse. Another green shell fire. Matthias misses it, but he does get a shroom. He's getting closer again. We're now through lap 2. Jesse holding on the fake item. It runs into a chomp. Drops the fake item. Doesn't connect. Matthias runs in and crashes. Jesse takes back first place. Well, keeps first place, I should say. Matthias has triple reds again. Again, well stocked from our sponsor. You're welcome, Vena. Matthias runs into the chomp, fires off a red shell. Jesse still has a banana and a green shell for protection. Jesse drops the banana peel. There's been an abundance of banana peels because someone's got to eat the bananas. DK's not here. Matthias firing off some green shells. Jesse looks like he has a decent lead here for Rainbow Road. He does spin out though, so Matthias is catching up. Matthias just has banana peels. It's going to be hard for him to come back in this one, and Matthias runs into a trap. Jesse wins Rainbow Road. But at the end of the day, it is Matthias who wins 123 to 109. Matthias does win by 14 points, but not until and after Jesse proves that Goliath is not quite the giant as he is in time trials. GG to everyone here. This is a wrap. Let's go ahead and show the bracket again now that we know this is the final score. We've got Matthias advancing to the semifinals to play the winner of GG and Itachi-san and Zoran. That match hasn't happened yet. But at this point, thank you for watching, everyone. It's been a fun match to watch. It's a fun match to commentate. Let's go ahead and send this back. We're going to go ahead and send you guys over to Matthias' stream. Thanks for watching, guys. I enjoyed commentating. I enjoyed watching. I'm sure there are more great matches to come.